Okay.
Well, guys, today I'm going to be talking about Christmas safety.
Okay.
Like this to be a little bit more of a discussion, so if you want to speak up and
Hi, Nicole.
you can. All right.
Okay.
So, Christmas safety. Do you guys do something to be safe on Christmas? I have a whole lot. I'm just trying to see if you guys have some tips. Yeah. Shall we start with decorating safety for Christmas?
Yeah.
All right. So, what is the one thing that is tradition for Christmas? What do we put in our house to make it look nice, to decorate? And let's talk inside of the house. What do we put up every year?
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. Yes. And as we know, there is real natural Christmas trees, and then there is the artificial Christmas trees.
Yeah.
What kind of trees do you guys have?
A real one.
You have a real one, Andres?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have a real one or not.
Yeah, the real ones make your house smell pretty or nice. Smells fresh. So there comes safety tips with both having a real and a fake Christmas tree. If you have a real Christmas tree, remember to water it daily.
Yeah.
So it doesn't dry up, because what can happen if we don't water it and it dries up? It can easily catch on fire, right?
Fire. Yeah.
And also a tip, if you are going to buy an artificial tree, make sure or look for a tree with a label that says it is like, it says something like it's flammable. It's not non-flammable, so it won't catch on fire.
Okay.
And or it's flame resistant. There you go. I lost it for a minute. And also, what do we do? What do we put on Christmas trees?
Light.
Christmas lights?
We do ornaments, lights, right?
Yeah.
Remember, always check your lights
Yeah.
before putting them on the tree. Sure they're safe and that they're working properly. And what about ornaments?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just see that.
There's some really nice glass ornaments out there, right?
Yeah.
And we like to put those on the tree because it makes it look really nice. But also those are heavy and they break easily. So make sure that when you put them on the trees, the hook is secure and safe, and that you properly put it, hang it on the tree so it doesn't fall off easily. Because what happens if you're not careful while putting it on and then it falls? If it's glass, it could break, and that would lead you to a whole other dangerous situation, right?
Yeah.
Also, supervise children and animals around the tree.
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Because I know some animals get curious about the tree and they want to mess with it, and next thing you know, the tree's on the floor, right? Especially those cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And also kids. Sometimes kids they know it's a Christmas tree, but they don't know that they're not supposed to pull on it, and they pull on it, and next thing you know, the tree falls over and they can get hurt. So always supervise children and animals around the tree.
Okay.
And also keep your tree away from any heat sources like heaters, radiators, the fireplace. Keep it away from all the heat sources. And the presents too, because remember, we do wrap our presents, right, in that wrapping paper and boxes that can catch on fire very, very easily.
Wrapping paper.
You guys agree with those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other safety tips for decorating your tree?
Can't think of anything.
Yeah, be careful with those hooks too, because some are pointy and you can get hurt with them. So always be careful.
Okay.
And what about, how do you decorate your house outside?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, decorate.
Decorate.
Hi, Rocio.
All right. You guys do decorations outside your house?
Hey.
The most common decoration is Christmas lights, right? So also be very careful when putting those up, especially if you're gonna use a ladder, right?
Yeah.
Be very careful when going up and down the ladder. Always watch your step and be aware of your surroundings. Always make sure that the ladder is standing up correctly and that it is secure before you get on it. Is it okay to get up on a ladder that's not sturdy or that's wobbly?
No.
No, that's not okay. So make sure your ladder's always firm and steady. So
One ladder.
you don't fall. Also, never leave things at the very top of the ladder. You know how at the top of the ladder there's a little square? There's like a little thing so you could place your utensils when you're up there, like your hammer or other things that you're using. Make sure when you get off, always take it down with you, because that it's up there and you move the ladder, that can fall and you can get hurt. If you don't get hurt, somebody else can get hurt. So always make sure that you don't leave anything up there. And always watch your step when you're going down, because it's happened to me many times.
I can't really.
Really am not. And then it's just a really long hop down and it's scary.
Yeah.
Right? Have you guys ever decorated your house on the outside and used the ladder?
Yeah.
Scary.
I mean, yeah. Me and my brother. My brother did decorate our house for Christmas.
Use the ladder?
Yeah.
All right. And also always check your always check your lights and your cords, your power cords. Make sure that there's no exposed wires, because we are in it's cold and it's rainy season, so you don't want to leave any of those wires exposed.
Okay.
And the outlets. Don't overpower your outlets. Use different ones, because it can cause a blackout in your house, or you never know. And also protect your outlets from the weather. Wrap them up in like plastic or a bag so they don't get wet.
Okay.
Right? And also turn off all the lights and decorations when not in use, especially when you're going to bed. Don't leave the things on, the lights on, or the other decorations, because electricity is expensive and it's gonna save you money by turning them on. Also, how many of you guys have a chimney in your house?
Do we have a chimney in my house?
What?
A chimney.
You guys have a chimney?
Chimney.
Yeah, is it, what kind of chimney is it? Is the electric chimneys or the ones where you have to put wood in it?
No, on my house, I'm saying, I don't really know.
Because the modern chimneys, you just turn a switch and they turn on. You don't need anything. You don't have to go out and get the. But if you do have one of those, make sure you never go to bed and leave it leave the fire burning, or also be careful with kids and animals because they might get burned.
Or Santa can come.
Or yeah, exactly. If you leave it on, Santa cannot come in your house. What's gonna happen if he tries to go in there and there's the chimney's on, there's fire burning? Yeah, we don't want him to get hurt, right?
Right.
And moving on to kitchen safety for when we are cooking Christmas dinner. What's the very first thing that you do in the kitchen before you start touching anything or doing anything? What is the number one thing that you should do?
Can you repeat that?
Get your room cleaned up.
Yeah, can you repeat that?
What are you supposed to do before you handle anything in the kitchen?
Wash your
Wash your
hands.
hands.
Yes, always wash your hands before you touch anything in the kitchen. Wash your hands, and also don't touch your face while you're in the kitchen, or if you sneeze while cooking, sneeze away from whatever you're cooking. And if you do cover it with your hands, make sure you wash your hands immediately.
Okay.
And what's an alternative to sneezing on your hands?
What's the elbow?
Sneeze into the inside of your elbow.
Yeah.
Elbow.
Use your arm.
On your arm, yes. Also, do not leave pots and pans unattended on the stove because it can burn. And then, one, you're not gonna have food to eat. It's gonna be burnt. And number two, you're gonna have to clean up the mess. So always watch over the stove, and don't ever mix water or pour water into hot oil, because that will definitely cause a fire and you might get burned. Also, be careful handling hot utensils. Put like the spoons, the metal spoons, somewhere safe and not close to the flame, because it can get hot and you might not realize that it's hot and you might touch it and it's gonna burn your hand, right? And I've had that happen to me a couple of times and it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's no fun.
No, it hurts. And also be careful with knives while chopping things. Be careful. Watch your fingers, because things are important and you need them. And it hurts. If you feel like you need help, for example, carrots are kind of hard. And if you're gonna chop them up, if you need help, ask for help. Right?
Okay.
Better safe than sorry.
Oh.
And what was that? Be careful with the peelers too. Everything in the kitchen, with blenders, with all electronics in the kitchen. Be careful.
Okay.
And also, we know not to put what in the microwave. What does not go in the microwave?
Zeke
Foil,
said
right?
foil.
Aluminum paper does not go anywhere near, because that causes a fire too. And you're gonna have a broken microwave. And also cross-contamination between meat and veggie. Is it okay for me to cut, let's say I am having a chicken salad and the first thing I chop is a chicken, and then I put that in the fryer, and then next I'm not gonna wash the cutting board or my knife. I'm just gonna start cutting up the lettuce. Is that okay? All right, I have to wash all my things before touching any of the vegetables. So never contaminate. Always just wash it or use different boards.
Okay.
All right. And don't leave candles burning. How many of us light candles and buy candles?
A lot.
Yeah, because they smell nice, huh? They are house smell nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go to bed. Don't leave your
Don't
house
go bed.
turning them
Don't
on.
go bed.
You just never know what can happen.
What
And
could happen?
always check your smoke alarms.
Okay.
Something that we should do
Check
all the time,
smoke
not just in
alarm.
the holidays. Check the smoke alarms because they might save you from a fire. So those are very, very important. Also, don't drink and drive, right? These holidays, don't drink and drive. And if you see somebody who's drinking and that you know is going to drive, tell them, hey, don't drink and drive. You can help them think about it and they won't do it.
Okay.
Right? And also, there's a lot of checkpoints during the holidays. We all know those are scary, especially even when I've been on checkpoints and I haven't drank anything, that makes me nervous. So just be careful out there. And since it's kind of winter, right? It's cold, the streets are icy, it rains, there's fog. Always be careful to road, especially if you're gonna travel long ways to wherever you're gonna go spend the holidays in. Be careful. Drive safely, drive slowly. Don't be in a rush to get wherever you're trying to get to. Just be careful.
Okay.
And always secure your home from possible break-ins. How can we do that? How can we secure our home for possible break-ins? Because you guys do know robberies increase during the holidays. Why do you think that is?
What? Oh,
Because there's presents and everything.
Because why do people do during Christmas? We buy a lot of things, right? A lot of valuable things, presents that we wrap and put them under the tree for our family. And people know that if they go to your house, you might have some good stuff under your tree, right?
yeah.
And they know where the good things are. So make sure your locks and your doors are good, that they can protect your doors, that they are reliable.
Okay.
Always check your doors before going to bed. Make sure they are locked. And a lot of you guys have smart technology, right, to protect your home. This is like alarms, cameras, right? That they alert us when there's some type of movement and we can check what's going on.
Yeah.
That's smart to have, yes. And also schedule packages to be delivered to you when you are home. Right? So there's people out there who are just going
packages
trying to see where
to your house.
Packages outside and then they take them. And that's not okay. So always be sure to be home when you get your packages.
Okay.
And also don't ever share traveling plans online. Don't ever post online, hey, I'm gonna be out of town for 1 week, because people know that you're gonna be gone and that makes your house a target.
Gone.
Like, yay, he's out of town. Let me go see what I find at their house. Don't ever announce when you're gonna be out of town. You can post pictures when you come back. Right?
Good call.
And also, if you have, I know we like to put our Christmas trees next to the windows, but guess what? Robbers are through the window. They get to see all those presents, those big boxes.
One present, right? One box here.
Yeah, and hey, I want my presents. I want my son to get his present at Christmas. I don't want anybody else to take it.
You're my present.
mindful of all of that and keep your safe home this
Okay.
holiday season. And very important, probably the most important tip that I'm gonna give you about COVID during the holidays. So as you know, COVID cases
One
are
holiday,
rising.
one COVID.
And why do you
One
think that
holiday,
is?
one holiday.
Because there's people gathering and not being careful enough,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be nice if you have those rapid tests at home. You could test maybe before you go to the gathering
Okay.
and make sure that everybody at the gathering is safe. I know those are kind of hard to find now, but there are some places that are giving them out for free. Like I know in Merced County,
Where?
there's the fairgrounds. I think they give each family like 5 free tests, so they are able to test before they go to their party.
For what?
And also always take your temperature before.
Take
Okay.
your
And make sure that you're
temperature.
doing okay.
Take your temperature.
What was that?
Hi, Rocio.
Hi. Always check your temperature. I would suggest that you check your temperature, and if it's not where it should be, stay home.
Should be.
Better safe than sorry, right? If you're not feeling good, if your head hurts, you will kind of have a sore throat, you're coughing. Should you go out to a
Coughing.
party? All right, we should stay at home
Yeah.
In the home.
because health is way more it's way more important than going to a party, right? Your health and your family is more important. So
Yeah.
I said, if you feel
Yeah.
sick, stay home. Always wash your hands. Remember, I can't say this enough. Always wash your hands, or do it very often so you wash away all those nasty viruses and bacteria off your hands. And also disinfect frequently touched areas.
One.
The bathroom, the doorknobs, handles on the fridge, on the microwave, on the chairs, tables. Disinfect all of that because you just never know. Right?
Yeah.
Not too much.
Yeah.
That is what I have for my holiday safety tips.
Okay.
Holiday safety tip.
Good job, Rocio. Do you guys have any questions for her?
Questions up to.
I meant to say holiday, guys.
Questions up to.
Wait, what?
Did I say Halloween? I don't know what I said. I meant holiday safety tips.
Hey, Rocio, I forgot. I was meant to ask you this one movie I watched last weekend.
What movie?
Yeah, what movie?